Overtime on your dime. Our New Mexico mobile newsroom learned complaints came into the Doña County tip line alleging sheriff's deputies and sheriff's employees are committing overtime fraud. Reporter Jamie Warren investigates in a story you'll see only on ABC-7.
KVIA, they brought this to my attention. Why didn't HR or the county manager bring this to my attention back in February?
Doña County Sheriff Kiki V. says he was caught by surprise. Anonymous callers through the county's fraud and abuse hotline claim 2 veteran employees are racking up loads of questionable overtime at taxpayers' expense. One of them, Community Outreach Deputy Michelle Ugalde, is behind programs like the Neighborhood Watch, Citizens Academy, and the Special Olympics Torch Run. ABC-7 obtained the complaint claiming Ugalde is being, quote, paid an inordinate amount of money for compensation for overtime hours that may or may not be worked. Another claim saying Ugalde, quote, hasn't been seen in the building for 3 weeks. Tipsters also alleging Detective Ken Roberts, assigned to the white-collar crime unit, works long hours of his choosing, not authorized in advance. An anonymous caller claims that while attending training, Roberts was, quote, getting overtime when normal training is 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. I combed through hundreds of timesheets for Roberts and Ugalde from 2014 to June of this year. The documents show Ugalde consistently works overtime. In August 2015, she worked 13 days straight. October, 7 days in a row. November, 9 days straight. Ugalde logged an average of 119 hours every 2 weeks. After 86 hours, deputies get time and a half, which means she earned roughly an extra $1,200 every pay period, an extra $32,000 a year in overtime. Have you worked all of those hours?
Yes, I have. Most of the work that I do is in the community, so I would think that if somebody saw me in the office for 3 weeks straight, there would be a problem.
Ugalde just earned national recognition for her work to educate kids about the dangers of drugs and alcohol. She gave me this list of tasks she says she's had to take on since the community outreach program got slashed from 17 deputies to 2 in 2008. She says she's asked deputies for help, but volunteers can be hard to find. Could you understand how that might look like a little much?
I think to people that don't know what my job is and what it entails to take a community the size of Doña County.
Detective Roberts' timesheets showed during 2015 he logged an average of 109 hours every 2 weeks. He did not accept our invitation for an on-camera interview. V. admits Roberts got overtime while attending polygraph school, but says he also attended a separate training with the state of New Mexico.
Required state training that he had to get out because he was not present here at the office.
A Sheriff's Department spokeswoman says Sheriff V. is in charge of approving overtime for Ugalde and Roberts, but he says if there was any question of fraud, the county's finance department should have caught it.
Our staff work overtime on a daily basis. If I was to do that, it'd be consuming all my time.
V. asks why the county didn't tell him about the complaints. County Manager Julia Brown wouldn't sit down for an interview, but on a statement said the county usually forwards complaints to the department head. The exception to that, she said, is when complaints also involve the department head, because it would be inappropriate to have them investigate or review their own behavior relative to allegations in such cases. Those are not forwarded to the department concerned. County Manager Brown said she could not go into specifics because the county is looking into the complaints. I reached out to Sheriff V. one last time and asked if he thinks community outreach is good use of the overtime budget, but have not heard back. Reporting from the Doña County Sheriff's Department with our New Mexico mobile newsroom, Jamie Warren, ABC-7.
Republican presidential nominee